Community is our middle name, so we really do specialize in bringing trainings that are needed to the community by companies, individuals, organizations. We have programs that you can get certification in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, up to a year. We work specifically with Nash County Public School System, the K-12 system, and then once they're done there, they'll come to Nash Community College for whatever training entity they need, and then we are a direct feeder to business and industry in the county. I like to call it the three-legged stool.
Cummins has had a really strong bond with the city of Rocky Mount and the Tri-County area for a long time. We've been able to develop a partnership here. This is actually our 40th year in operation. So since 1983, we've been building engines. We've owned this site since 1978. And it's really been a strong partnership with the community and with Cummins.
We are offering the classes and the expertise that a lot of companies are looking for. And it's not just to put the student in a place and expect them to be successful in. You want to put them in a place that they're really interested in.
I was enrolled at school at Nash Community College, and I was asked to interview for an internship here at Cummins Rocky Mount Engine Plant. And little did I know it was right down the road from my house and the start of a long-term career.
The internship here at Cummins prepared me for the job that I have today. The opportunities that they gave me, that they show me, is endless. And even though I'm a level 3 electrician, I can actually move up to management. I am very excited about my future here because I could basically be whatever I want to be here.
No plant's successful without an established workforce that's committed to the quality of our product and to delivering for our customers, and we've been able to find that in this area.
Nash County is a great place to live because I see the growth potential. I see companies being built, companies coming to Nash County.
Overall, Nash County is a great community to be a part of. There's so many different manufacturing industries coming into the area, and with the local community college, especially Nash, it's a great partnership to have with all these manufacturing plants, such as Cummins here. Rocky Mount Engine Plant is a part of me now. I love it here. I love the people. I'm really excited about my future here at Cummins, RMEP.
I hope you've appreciated this opening video, as it not only showcases the great efforts of Nash Community College and also Cummins Rocky Mount Engine Plant in facilitating key workforce development, but it also foreshadows some of the discussion that lays ahead this morning as we delve deeper into our shared needs with respect to growing in skilled employment and enabling as many local residents as possible to share the benefits of economic growth. Good morning and welcome. On behalf of PNC Bank and the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce, I'm pleased to welcome you to our 2023 Economic Summit hosted here at the Rocky Mount Event Center. It is always an honor to be with you here, and I appreciate the privilege of moderating this session featuring our experienced and knowledgeable panel of presenters who will be discussing some significant topics that all of us should be mindful of as we look back on this past year and prepare for the challenges of opportunities that await in 2024. I do want to thank our Chamber CEO and your Chamber CEO, David Ferris, for his continued insight and work in assembling this panel, and also like to add thanks to Lisa Ferguson and the entire staff of Chamber staff and volunteers who've made today's event possible, and also want to reiterate the appreciation of all of our sponsors for their support. So without further ado, I will turn it over to our first presenter, who in many ways is a new addition to the leadership here in the Rocky Mount region. Bob Pike came back to our community on September 1st as the new president and CEO of the Carolinas Gateway Partnership. Partnership serves as our alliance to foster and facilitate industrial development here in Rocky Mount as well as in Edgecombe County. Prior to joining CGP, Bob spent 17 years working through the ranks of Nashville-based Braswell Foods, and his variety of experiences across the corporate and economic development landscape provide him with the perspective complementary to our ongoing efforts of our political and business leaders to foster a more prosperous future for our region. So ladies and gentlemen, Bob Pike.
Well, good morning. People tell me that following Nick Saban is going to be some of the toughest jobs anybody could have. Obviously, people don't know Norris Tolson. But it really, really is a privilege and a pleasure to be given this opportunity to come back and make a difference. And I'm really excited about that. You know, a lot of times people go into a new position excited, obviously, but when they get there and they pull the curtain back, they go, you know, smells a little different, tastes a little different, you know, that type of thing. That's not been the case. You know, I worked with a partnership back when John was here some 20 plus years ago when I was at Braswell, and knew a lot about what the partnership did, helped with the Poppies project. But coming into it at this level and seeing the tradition of excellence that have been laid by the staff and by the community, the board, it's been so exciting the last few months to be able to come in and participate. And like I say, it really counted as a pleasure and a privilege to be here. Where's our little clicker here? Okay. So I got 5 minutes, so I just took up a minute. So hopefully we'll move pretty quick here. The middle button here? Okay, good deal. So some of the major events that's going on, as you may have heard or seen in the press, the Intermodal is obviously a lightning rod for us, and as not only for our community, but a regional effort, as you probably already know. CSX now announced a major link to the Savannah port, which is exciting for us because it's obviously going to increase our volume. But one of the things that we learned with the fact that coming into Savannah, it's one of those ports that has the Panex ships, the big ships now taking advantage of the Panama Canal. He's able to come into that port, come through our intermodal facility, and to be able to serve not only the region here, but as far all the way to the West Coast, faster and cheaper as opposed to those ships moving up to northern ports like Norfolk and even farther north. I want to show a quick video here. We talk about the mega site, but the other thing, as you well know, and this obviously came in before I did, the work that was done to help Pfizer after the tornado. And Norris and the team put together a great program and allowed them to populate some of the facilities over at the QVC site. And that was a phenomenal achievement, not only for the community, but the people, those employees that were at Pfizer. Talk a little bit. The mega site this year, the JLL study came out. It was funded by North Carolina and the legislature of trying to determine the mega sites and what the profiles are. And obviously the work out at Kingsborough has gone on for many years, and there was some, it just comes out. We were number one. I tell people, when you look at the different numbers on a scale of 1 to 10, we're at 9, 9.5. The rest of the crowd, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nash has maybe a little bit higher than that, but it's just one of those sites that is really come together. And so anyhow, I wanted to show this.
Finding the absolute best site for that next project can be a highly difficult and time-consuming job. But getting it right is extremely important. There are many criteria to consider. The right piece of land, all the necessary infrastructure, water, sewer, electricity, natural gas, telecommunications, great highway access, and intermodal and rail access. The Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina hired a world-renowned site consulting firm, Jones Lang LaSalle, to check out all of those assets in North Carolina. Jones Lang LaSalle reports that perfect site in North Carolina is the Kingsborough Business Park in Edgecombe County, halfway between Rocky Mount and Tarboro. Their report states that the site has all those assets and ample supply for any sized project. Another plus on the Kingsborough Business Park is that a portion of the site has already been prepped and is literally ready for construction. This site is so ready to go, the report says the Kingsborough CSX Select site is the only shovel-ready and competitive site in all of North Carolina, and maybe even the entire southeast of the U.S. If you are looking for a site that will jumpstart your next project, then look no further than the Kingsborough Business Park in Edgecombe County. located halfway between New York and Miami and at the intersection of I-95 and future I-87. For more information, contact Oppie Jordan, Carolina's Gateway Partnership, 252-904-4498, or ojordan@econdev.org, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Well, along with that comes the need for, as we all know, is jobs. And I've heard Norris describe, we need folks that can fog the mirror. We need bodies here. And one of the things, and we need to train those bodies to be true assets for the new business as well as our existing industry. And one of the things that's been put together is Ramp East. It was done pre-COVID, so that's coming back. As we have a mega site that's a regional opportunity for us, we need to continue to approach the labor situation on a regional basis, not just looking at Edgecombe County and Rocky Mount. So that's coming back up, and it's consisting of 8 community colleges. We had some initial meetings the last couple of weeks, and that effort is continuing, and the momentum is really encouraging what that's going to be able to bring. We need to get bodies back. We got too many cars going to Raleigh, and we need to work together on a regional basis to try to bring that 15,000 or so folks that are driving down, sitting in traffic. We need to encourage them to come back this way. And I've told several people, one of the things about coming back, we were actually out of the community for 4 years physically. Really kind of been out of the business world here in the community the last 10 or 12 years. But coming back, I am so encouraged to see, here we got a table over here at Providence with 4 young folks, and you can see other people here. People moving back to Rocky Mount into this region. It's so encouraging, and we got to continue to enhance that and be proactive in doing those type of things. One of the things that's really sparked interest in the mega site is the Inflation Reduction Act that was passed last year. It automatically jump-stopped. We had one client said the day after that bill was signed, he called his board together and sat around and said, what are we going to do? We got this money here, it's an opportunity, and that company completely changed some of the directions they were going, and they're going to be maybe a really strong opportunity for us. It's created obviously an uptick in interest in battery, advanced battery, not just for the battery that goes in the cars, but storage, for solar farms or any kind of other projects continue to come into play. These are billion-dollar projects. I've been spoiled coming in. So the level of expectations I have is going to continue to move forward. But when you think about the kind of projects and activities that we've had over the last several months, again, it's building on that foundations of excellence. So we're extremely excited, but these are billion-dollar projects, thousands of jobs. I'm not going to sit here and overpromise anything, but from where I'm standing coming in new, it's really exciting, some of the opportunities. And we really think we're going to have some major projects landed by the end of next year. Of course, food processing and data centers also present tremendous opportunities. So at this point in time, I put questions up there, but I hate to say this, I'm not going to be able to be on the panel. Norris and I are going to be going to a client meeting, so that's what we need to work on. Good deal.